So I might add that into the channels there and maybe make a playlist for you guys after you talk and stuff. You know? Yeah, okay, good. Glad I asked.
I'll just wait for them to come out, and then we'll do it. Thank you, Good evening, everyone. Hello. 1, 2. No, you're fine. Good evening, everyone. Oh, wow, that's loud. Sorry. Hi, everyone. I don't know if the other room can hear me. I'm not sure if everyone in the other room can hear me. Awesome. So I just wanted to welcome everyone to the GuestRevu GREAT Awards. It's really amazing to see everybody that's come so far to share the evening with us. And I will try and talk into the mic as we go. So I just wanted to point out, if you go to the back of the room there and to the left, there are toilets there. Obviously, everyone knows where the bar is by now. So we are going to start the panel discussion in the next half an hour. So we'll get that underway, but you can all have a drink and enjoy yourself, relax and mingle. And I also wanted to thank our sponsors for the day. So we have Hotel Time, which is one of our sponsors and an amazing PMS. And then we've also got Fidasa, who everybody should know. And they advocate for the laws within South Africa for the hospitality industry and have a lot of amazing members. So quite a few here tonight, I see. So enjoy. Enough from me. Enjoy your wine. That was nerve-wracking. I completely did.
You did a great job.
Drink a minute.
You did a great job. There's so many people that actually care. So many people that actually care. That's amazing. Yeah. That's interesting. It's like replaceable to someone who cares. Yeah. No, well
We got this afternoon. You got this room too. One thing I've got to do is stop me this cycle with you. One, two, three.
I'm glad you're having so much fun.
That's fine. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm glad you're here. We're super happy. It's so nice to see so many people. Awesome. I don't know if you know
On your chairs, there's one of these. This is the mic, so they should already be on.
Have you got the necessary things?
You have to clip it in. It's working. Test, test, testing, testing. You have to hold it. Amy, do not ask me hard questions tonight.
Hey?
Do not ask me hard questions.
No, I know.
Got that.
But I want to make sure that I get everybody's introduction.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, Bowser.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, we're doing another thing.
Hey.
Can I test it? It's live.
Yeah, you're speaking.
Hello, everybody. Would you like some water?
What is it? It's just show things in life. It's not. It's the microphone I'll speak. It's music I'll dance. The rest is like show things that goes
Get us 4 glasses of water.
Good evening, everyone, again. It's me.
Yes,
So,
congratulations.
we would love to start the panel discussion. I'm going to try and figure out how to use the mic. So I'd love to introduce everybody to our amazing panel today. So we have Chris Alexander, the CEO of GuestRevu. So he's been in hospitality tech for over 10 years. He looks it, right? Love you, boss. Then we've got the amazing Leanne Singer. So Leanne, you are Director of Marketing for the Singer Group. You're also Chairperson of Fadasa.
in the cake.
In the Cape.
Yeah, it should be the world.
So many years of experience. Then we have David from Hotel Time. We absolutely love the Irish here. It brings a bit of spice. So David's worked in PMSs for a long time, chatbots, over 25 years of experience in the hospitality industry, and still looking better than Chris.
I'm only 31. I don't agree.
Please don't think you know him tonight, and not everybody else. And then we have Wouter. Wouter is head of Send. I was going to say Stenden. And you've also written your own book, which is amazing, and it's all about reviews. So it is on Amazon. We will flash it around a bit later so you know what to look for. So if you're looking for really great insight into how to handle your reviews, definitely a book to read. And it's not really long, so you'll be perfect. But a lot of work went into it. So does everyone want to sit so we don't look like stressed?
Thank you.
I probably should have done that first, right? So I probably need to know what the first question is. I did prep, honest, guys.
So do we.
So I suppose we should say a little bit. That was me. Sorry. Do you want me to go that side?
That'll be great.
Wouter, can we swap?
Come on over. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. We don't want the mic going off like that all the time, so this is much better. So the GuestRevu GREAT Awards was put together so that everybody could have a chance to participate in the awards and see the value within the reviews, and also to celebrate the great experience all of the hospitality industry tried to do for their guests. So I think we calculated over more than 70,000 reviews. We had more than 700 entries. So to everybody that's been shortlisted, you know, really well done. It was a really strong field. There was entries from over 55 countries. Wouter, a lot of analysis went into the awards. How much time do you reckon you took calculating the winners and the shortlisters?
Long nights.
Give him the mic.
It's fine, Karen.
Okay, so I'll pass the mic along. So this is my first one for mediating. Normally I'm the one getting grilled. So then let's go to the first question. Sorry, guys. So tell us a little bit more about how you process the awards and the data.
So my job, just to clarify, I don't work for GuestRevu. I'm an academic, and in that role, I was asked to make sure that the whole award scheme was fair and just. I think the most important thing we did was we looked whether hotels that were participating had enough reviews. And we initially set a basic standard of 90 reviews. As you may remember, the period ran for 90 days last year. If hotels did not reach the 90 reviews, then we used a formula that assumed that at least 1 out of every 10 rooms would get a review every day, assuming an occupancy of 50%. So hotels that didn't meet that minimum threshold were automatically eliminated, because if we have too few reviews, we don't know if they are legitimate reviews and whether we can use them. So I think that was the most important part of the process.
Leanne, what's your thought on reviews? I mean, you're obviously sales director for the Singer Group. How important are reviews for you?
So I'm very proud to say that I think I was one of the first GuestRevu clients in South Africa, and I've been ever since. We have 7 properties in our brand, and there are 2 reasons why I chose GuestRevu, and that is because it was a South African startup, right? To have a tech company of this caliber that is performing globally the way that GuestRevu is, I had to put my money behind it, right? So just take that opportunity to say that's amazing. Secondly, we live in an era where I grew up in the 90s in marketing, right? We're as marketers or salespeople, we own the space, we own the dialogue, we own the narrative. Flip it on its head today, we have very little control over our brands. Our guests do, our consumers do. So we need to make sure that how we show up online represents our brand, represents the guest experience. There was a time when we could easily oversell and underdeliver, right? Again, the 80s and 90s sales pitches. Today, there's no chance of getting away with that. If you do that, your brand is going to fail. So online reputation management is one of the things that is essential to our brands. And you've got to make sure that your presentation online, the way that you're seen online, delivers and carries through to the guest's actual experience.
And I'm going to give one to you, David.
So I think what's really interesting is when hoteliers are looking for PMSs, they're now looking for the integrations to get the reviews into places. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, completely. And we spoke about this with somebody earlier on, about the integration and automation between the PMS, and we've just finalized our integration with GuestRevu, and we're really, really happy with that. But I've just been, I remember when we were asked to be part of this event, I was actually quite, since then I've been quite shocked personally at the power of the review. And over the last 24 hours, I've spoken to our colleagues, and I've seen some of the stats on the TV, which I've been amazed at. So on a personal front, I am obsessed, and I mean obsessed with reading reviews. I spend way too much time on certain channels trying to choose a hotel, but some of the stats that we'll go into later have completely and utterly shocked me as to where people are going and where reviews are being published. So absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Chris also agrees that reviews are really, really important. What made you start Guest Review and really want to highlight how easy it is to collate and do that sort of thing for the hotels?
I think in a previous life, I was also working in the tech industry, and but not doing this kind of work. But what I began to realize in the sales and marketing was that if you really want to know how your business is doing, ask your customers and make it easy and give them a platform and give them a mechanism where they can be honest with you and they can give you the answers that actually you're looking for. You may not like some of them, but actually those ones are really important. Someone once said to me, you learn more from failure than you do from success. And if you can see what people are saying about your property and about the review and about their experience, and you really listen to that and start to work on that and improve that, then you're going to see some real substance happen in your business and understand that. And then it becomes easy to set the standards and to continue to deliver. The marketing will take care of itself. Those people will talk about you. You're either building terrorists or you're building evangelists. And what you want to do is just drive the evangelists out there because they will do a lot of that marketing for you. So the reviews, as Leanne said today, you can't hide from that stuff today. The OTAs, all the public platforms, if your product is not doing well, your customers will tell the others that it's not doing well. If it's doing well, they'll do the same thing. So you really need to focus on it. And for me, that was the real truth and the substance of a property. And if we could make that easy and we could give that information back to the hoteliers, then I think it becomes an incredibly valuable, useful, critical tool to growing it and moving forwards.
Yeah.
So, Bouter, I know you had the opportunity to actually look and really delve into the data from the awards. Was there anything really surprising for you that came through in that data?
A couple of things that I could perhaps share. How we ran an awards for Africa, we ran an awards for Europe and Americas and the Pacific. And there's some distinct differences between the two. By the way, the top category, which is the smaller than 20 rooms hotel in Africa, scores higher than Europe. So that is something that I think we can all be very proud of. I think what we still find is a challenge in Africa is getting enough reviews in. A large percentage of participants had to be disqualified and is not here this evening simply because they didn't get enough reviews in. There's also a clear correlation between the volume of reviews that you get in and your average review score. And effectively, to put it in a nutshell, the more reviews you get in, the higher your average score tends to be. And then the one main, and I think most of you know it already, smaller hotels dominate in terms of guest satisfaction. And we see that across the categories in terms of the top scores as well. The smaller you are, the more personalized your service can be, the more personalized your engagement with the guest is, the more personalized your communication and your interpretation of your feedback. Which makes it extra special tonight. I'm not going to disclose anything, but there is one hotel that did really, really well in the over 100 category. And to think that you have a hotel that is actually over 200 rooms scoring really high, then you know that it's not just luck, that is systems, that is leadership, that is management. Because it's tough to score over 90% average. And we're celebrating a lot of hotels here tonight that have done exactly that. So I think that's the main point.
I loved your example earlier. Sorry, we were talking earlier, and I loved your example of this because that was quite new to me, but the larger hotels versus the smaller properties. And you gave a really good example of that property. I can't remember the name in Dubai, which has created mini hotels within its own hotel. So on each floor, and they're given a personal service to each of the rooms to try and make people feel they are part of something that is personal, so that they can get the reviews rather than being in a hotel with so many bedrooms that you feel a little bit detached from it. So that was really interesting.
I think the opportunity that lies here is, I heard a stat at a conference recently that said 90% of hotels on the African continent are owned by families, right? It's an incredible stat. So you can imagine those are not the big branded hotels. I can imagine that those are the independent hotels, the smaller hotels that we're talking about. But how do we use the limited budget that we have as independent properties to compete against the big brands, the global brands that have massive amounts of budget and manpower behind them? And I think that reviews can give you that unique edge against this, the personalized service. And clearly, the stats and data has backed that up.
And would you say that there is a main OTA site that they need to focus and push on? Because I think we've seen that trend. So like when we look at French hotels, they go towards more Google. When we look at international hotels, they'll tend to trip towards TripAdvisor. But for you, what would the main site be?
We're going to need a separate workshop and conference and awards to even tackle the online travel agent discussion. I think from a South African point of view, we do follow the trend. Certainly from my brands, I would say 3-4 years ago, TripAdvisor was king. But because Booking.com, because of the spending power, because of the marketing budget behind it, that's generally where guests start their journey. So if you're not showing up properly on Booking.com, then that is going to influence where they go. So part of my mission, I can't speak for all of us in the room, but if I look at the commissions that I paid in November and December, I want to cry. So part of my mission is to educate guests to book direct, right? And we know what the buying patterns are like. They start on Booking.com. I start on Booking.com. It's mining in Durban. Where do I find a room? I go to Booking.com and I see who's got a room available. If there is anybody in the room, you can sell that room for 10,000 rand next week. I started Booking.com. I look at the reviews, and then I know to contact the hotel directly. But we as an industry, and I'm just using this opportunity for lobbying, we as an industry need to steer the dialogue about OTAs. If we all start communicating, our visitors and our guests, and if we as an industry speak with a united voice, right, that's where we're going to educate our guests and take away some of the challenges that we're all facing. And just one last thing, I look at Booking.com as a marketing cost. So that first commission that I pay with a guest, it's a marketing expense. That lead would have cost me some money in any case. It's not such thing as a free lunch, but I then need to get them to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So go.
No, I was just going to. I go back to the stats on the TV. I'm shocked because we were in our own hotel yesterday, and Jan, our standing right there, our CEO, we were discussing reputation management and just talking about the different channels that we go to. And for me, it's still TripAdvisor is where I go. I think that's where the honesty is. But Jan was more Google focused, and the stats are showing the Google and Booking.com rise, and the TripAdvisor fall off, which I'm shocked at, but it's great to see. Really good.
I think it also depends on the demographic that you go for. So I was told by a gentleman that I was demoing to once that I was a TripAdvisor user because I was old. I'm 40, but apparently I fall into the TripAdvisor demographic. And the younger people tend to go towards Google. So, it's really interesting to look at your demographics, see where your reviews are coming from, because that can help you utilize those OTAs in the right way as well, I would suggest.
I agree. But also, and again, this is just me personally, years ago, looking at online reputation, the reason I stuck with TripAdvisor was if I was booking or looking at Booking.com, I kind of felt everything was very positive and everything was fantastic about the property, whereas TripAdvisor was more truthful. And again, you mentioned it yesterday about you tend to look at where the hotel applies and focus in on that, and their reply is having a massive influence on you, and I'm sure millions of others. So and that it's just really important because the decision-making process is so quick. And if you see something that you just look at and it's negative, you just move to the next property straight away. So
I thought you just looked for the closest good bar to the hotel.
Well, there's always an Irish bar very close to the hotel, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah.
And then I've got one for Chris. So Chris, what do you reckon? And it's going to be the last question, so we can get on with the awards. What do you reckon the trend for 2025 is going to be?
Well, I mean, what we've seen in the last 10 years is that the value of the reputation management has actually continued to increase year after year after year. And it drives an awful lot of decisions. It drives a lot of booking decisions for guests and people who are looking, but it also drives a lot of operational decisions internally. Undoubtedly, the drive for 2025 is going to be how we move a lot of this into AI and start pulling an enormous amount of insights and data and intelligence out of that, which we've already started to do. Management responses are absolutely critical now. 3-4 years ago, it wasn't so important. Today, if you are not writing management responses, people will skip past you and they'll move to the ones that are, because they want to see the responses coming back for the various reviews. So we've been working very hard on that, and we'll have some announcements on it soon. But undoubtedly AI and digging more into the data and understanding it, not necessarily more stats and more data, but more insights and summarizing that so that there are more actions and more clear paths on what you need to do next and how to use that for them.
And I know Leanne wants to say something.
Leanne always wants to say something.
They weren't expecting anything. Dr. Botha, I'd like to ask you to write one more book for us, and that is to gather the weirdest reviews that everybody has got, right? Because I think the stories that we all have to tell, and we run a campsite where you can book a seafront or a non-seafront plot. And a complaint that I got after this December holiday was somebody wanting a refund because they were woken by the sound of the ocean, right? And they wanted a refund. So I think that is your next project. I think it's going to be for entertaining reading.
And I think Wouter, being the data-driven guy, 2025, what are we going to see?
Yeah, I think AI is gonna surprise us. I think it has already, and it will continue, and it will open opportunities that we can actually only dream of at this point in time. One thing that I'm very peculiar about it, that I know that not enough hotels do, is really try to filter from your reviews. Sorry, from your reviews. Not just what you do well and what you do not do well, but what your critical success factors are. What is everyone talking about, regardless whether it's good or not? Because that is really where you want to be spending your money. That's where you want to be deploying your staff, and that's where you want to outperform your competition. And AI is going to help us to really lift those critical success factors, not just the most obvious one, but also the subtle ones from your mountains of data. And Chris is going to do that for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dave, have you got a trend for 2025? Please don't say AI. Spice it up. Everyone.
My prediction is, and it's a whole other conversation, would be vendor acquisitions. I think in 2024 we've seen a lot of companies globally coming together to offer a one-stop shop to the hotels. Whether that be the right move or wrong move, it's a whole other discussion. And I don't think that's going to stop in 2025. I think that's a trend. It's happening. And I think we're going to see more of that. Yeah.
I think hoteliers are getting much more wiser with their tech stack and how it works. So you see, especially in the South African market, people looking for CRMs that want a guest feedback solution, and they want all of that data back in the PMS, so the receptionist can improve that check-in process. Yeah. So I totally agree with you. AI and tech companies working really closely together to make your lives easier, I think is both very positive things. So I'm going to let everybody get a drink. I want to say thank you so much for the panelists, and we'll start with the awards after a short break.
Yeah.
So I just switch it off. Otherwise people are going to.
How do I turn it on?
Why did you just memorize all your questions, or did you just make them up? They were boring. Okay. Okay, what's the other one? Yeah, I'm not convinced.
You get like a Chris, you get like a headshot with everybody there.
He's got some wrong.
Oh, no, sorry.
The thing is, I was saying that it's the thing that I was saying is that it's 1,000 rand a month. Can I ask you, after the award, anything coming up? Nothing structured. People are just going to and then it's just like, oh, no, okay. And then you can go.
Okay, guys, can I have everybody's attention? So this is why we're all here tonight, to find out who's the greatest in their different categories. So I would like to invite Jan from Hotel Time. He's the CEO of Hotel Time, to come up and present a couple of the awards. So everyone, this is Jan, CEO of Hotel Time, and he's going to be reading out a couple of awards for us.
Right.
So we're going to start with the greatest service in Africa.
And the winner is GuestRevu.
Well done, you.
Do you want to say anything? Yeah, go. Go.
Of course.
I'm going to do social media tomorrow.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so now we're going to do the greatest room quality in Africa. I can't wait to hear you pronounce this.
Well, yes, that's a tricky one. So the winner is
Dun dun dun.
Buffalo Thrift Game Lodge.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Here you go.
All of us.
Yes, of course. It's your rewards. I'm just sponsoring.
And breathe in, right? Sorry, I'm going to spoil your fun. I'm actually going to call Bota up to come and present another two. So you can go back and
Okay, can I
get-
have more wine?
yeah,
Thanks.
more wine. Enjoy.
Thanks.
Thank you. And as he makes his way through the crowd. Okay, everyone ready? Listening? Now we are going to do the greatest cleanliness in Africa.
Kapama River Lodge.
We know Kapama's here. We can hear clapping next door. Here she comes. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Excited?
Yeah.
Jan was more excited.
Is it?
Yeah, he smiled. So now we're going to do
Are
the...
we not going to do the biggest ones first, and we're going to start with the smallest ones?
We're doing it this way.
Okay.
She said so. No, Sarah said so over there.
Okay.
So we are going to do the greatest 20 rooms in Africa.
Yeah, I'm going to hijack this a little bit because the greatest smaller than 20 rooms in Africa is also the greatest in Africa in terms of absolute score. So this winner does not only get the credit for the category, but actually also the credit in terms of having the absolute highest score, 98.18%. And that also includes a copy of my book. So Ocean Vista Boutique Guest House.
sure you show the book. Guys, it's on Amazon. You're too tall. Yeah, you got one more. So you can stay there if you want. So now we're going to do the greatest 20 to 49 rooms in Africa.
Also an amazing score, average 96.77%. Shepherd's Tree Game Lodge.
Leanne, where are you hiding? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So Leanne, you get to present the award for the greatest 50 to 99 room in Africa, surprisingly.
Africa. I need to give you the thing. Just guess.
Oh wow, Kapama River Lodge. We're teaming up.
Chris, do you want to come up? So Chris, you're presenting the greatest 100 plus rooms in Africa.
So, greatest 100 plus rooms in Africa with a score of 94.94%. Palm Royal Resort, Summer Bay. So, unfortunately, they're not here this evening, but congratulations.
Awesome. And then we have one more special award for Kapama. So if they would also like to come up and get an award. Here she comes. So while they're having their picture taken, anybody that is a runner-up and would like to come and get their certificate, really amazing to take home for your team and show them how proud you are. So please come up and get your runner-up certificates from us. You'll find them at the front here. And everyone, thank you so much for such an amazing night, to all the panelists, to everybody that was shortlisted. You did absolutely amazing, and we really thank you and appreciate everybody here tonight. Keep up the good work.
When I'm with you, I never turn off. So when I'm not in a rush, when you're here, and I've been rolling too close. Just up in the thing, so frozen, like slow motion. I wanna feel you over me. So I'm ready in your eyes. Girl, I love the way you ride. And I happen to be alright. Girl, when you're in my life, everything is right. I will never leave your side. When you wanna see me, when you wanna see me, I'm in with something that is easy. I'm in the feeling, I'm not leaving. So I can't go girl, I'll never find somewhere quiet to go. And I get lost in your eyes. I'm getting on so you just capture my soul. I'm getting on so anyone I just take you home. Feels like the water all going it was not good, my bro. Oh, I'm alone, how many times did I tell you? It's taking a toll on me, trying my best to keep from tearing the skin off my bones. Don't you giving me. I'm falling apart and burning. Can't you see?